Hey, what's going on YouTube? How's it going today? We're going to talk about obesity, like we usually do on this channel. Now, if you haven't seen my JC Penny video from last week, make sure you go and check that out. I'll just put it here in the video somewhere. Go check that out. We talk about fat acceptance. We talk about how the media pander to people who are overweight or obese and try and get them on their side. But anyway, go and check that out if you haven't done already, and let's get into today's video. Now, you might have seen this circulating a little bit, but there's been a certain charity out there has been accused of fat shaming and being violent towards fat people due to an ad campaign that was in a tube station in London. And this charity is Cancer Research UK. And what they've done, they basically highlighted the link between obesity and cancer. So they said, I'll put the picture here in the video. They said, guess what is the biggest preventable cause of cancer after smoking? And then, as you can see, it's got the word obesity there. So anyway, the picture was shared around Facebook the other week. It went viral. There was a lot of outrage. You know, people were saying, you know, that the country is violent towards fat people. Cancer research is discriminating towards fat people, which is just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. So by that logic, the advert was also violent towards smokers. You don't see smokers complaining, do they? Smokers just get on with it. They either look at the adverts and say, oh, smoking kills, okay, I'm going to stop smoking, or they just continue, and then they're aware of it. They're aware that, okay, this is unhealthy, but I'm going to continue smoking anyway. Just like we all drink alcohol, we all know alcohol's bad for us, but we all still drink it, don't we? Does that mean that an anti-alcohol campaign out there should offend me and be violent towards me because I like to drink alcohol? No, it's ridiculous. So if an advert is citing research saying that obesity is bad and it's the second biggest cause of cancer in the UK, how is that violent towards fat people? It just doesn't make sense. Anyway, the woman who tweeted this, you only got to take one little look at her Twitter feed to see that she's probably extremely difficult to work with. I can imagine if I was an employer, I would not want to hire her. Her name's Diana Salad Pot, and her Twitter username is handsome sack of fat. And you know, she's one of these people who will always be single, not because she's fat or overweight, but just because she comes across like a nightmare. Look at her Twitter feed, she comes across like a nightmare. One of these who's always swearing, she's always going on about how she's a victim, she's a typical moaner. Why are we not surprised? And she's going on about fat shaming and stuff like this, which I don't actually believe in. I don't believe in shaming someone or having a go at someone because of the weight. 100% not. You know, I'm in the personal training industry. This is what I'm about. At the end of the day, there's a fine line. So there's studies on both sides of the fence to show both fat shaming works and then the fat shaming doesn't. That, by definition, is a problem. Because what do we do from there? We fat shame people because it works, but then we also don't fat shame people because it doesn't work, and it just adds to the problem. So where do we go from there? We create awareness. We create awareness about health problems, stuff like that. Once again, providing facts. That's what we're doing. We're giving facts over feelings. That's the only thing we can do. We can't fat shame. You know, we can't do the body acceptance. Let's just give facts and then let people make their own decisions. And then still people are getting offended. I guess what we've got to do is just let people get on with it and just let people be as fat and as unhealthy as they can be. I guess that's the only way to do it. But then again, we see cases all the time of people who say that fat shaming works, like this video.
So anyways, I just want to say that fat shaming works. I used to be 325 pounds, and I watched your, fat shaming videos and all that shit. And, You're literally been an influence in my life. I just want to thank you for that.
First thing I have to say, I promise I'm not with that guy, but where he was saying he lost a bunch of weight, so far I've lost about 40, 50 pounds.
Well,
Between
congratulations.
you and Nicole Arbor.
Well done.
So fat shaming does work.
Of course
Still
it
working.
works.
Still
In what
working on it.
universe does fat shaming not work? You know, if you're with somebody and you love them and they say, not tonight, of course you're going to stop eating. Anyway, carry on, please.
All right.
Simply saying that cancer research is violent towards fat people is just silly dum talk. So the nation's getting fatter by the year. It's costing the NHS more every single year. Let's just let them get on with it. Okay, fat acceptance, you know, be how you want, love your body for what it is, do whatever you want, that's okay. But we've got to look at how that affects the economy and how that affects the health of the nation. Not just the physical health, the mental health as well. We're actually in Mental Health Awareness Week this week, so it's come at a good time. But let's look at it this way. Just for people who are obese alone, that costs the NHS around $4 billion per year, just for people who are obese. Now, when you bring obese and overweight into the equation, those costs go up to around 7.5 billion a year on the NHS. There is some studies out there that show that it can cost up to 25 plus billion a year, but they were based on old figures pretty much a decade ago, so a lot of people don't go off those figures. But even still, 7 billion a year just from the obese and overweight alone, they're conservative figures. So that's what we've got to do. We just got to keep on spending more and more and more and more on the obesity epidemic and the overweight epidemic. Let's also look at it this way as well. Look at how many deaths there are from obesity and BMI related problems. So it's estimated around 7% of deaths are BMI related, which is about 36,000 a year. 36,000 people a year in the UK, England and Wales are dying from obesity related problems. Each individual who is overweight, who is over the recommended BMI, loses around 12 years from the life. On average, 12 years. Now, if you have a friend who is fat or overweight, or a family member, and you know they need to do something about it, it's too politically incorrect to say to them, look, you need to do something about it. You're getting too overweight. No, I'm not going to go to Mackey's and get you that double stack burger with the chicken bacon double sandwich. You've got to tell them no. Because do you want your friend losing 12 years from their life? It's extremely selfish, and sometimes these people need the truth. And that's what we're all about here. That's what I try and preach all the time. It's all about the truth. So if I tell you, you need to lose weight, or you're going to die 12 years early, does that mean I'm violent towards fat people? Does that mean that I am offensive? Does it mean that your feelings are going to get hurt because I am telling you the facts and the statistics? And there's no way around this stuff as well. This is just simply the truth. And all we do is we sit back and go, oh no, body acceptance, love yourself for who you are. It's okay, be however you want to be. Which is silly. Do you know what I love? Do you know what I actually love, right? When I go to the gym and I see someone who is, whatever, extremely skinny or even really overweight and they're in there doing it and they're having a go. And that's what I love seeing. It's just great. It's like, I feel like giving them a high five, but don't want to come across patronising. But it's a really nice thing to see, isn't it? I'm in the fitness industry. There's no way that I'm ever going to pander to this type of stuff because it's not what society needs. We need facts, we need figures and the statistics to get out there as much as possible when it comes to health problems caused by obesity. And we all just sit back and ignore it and say it's okay, just be however you want. You forget that we're all going to die someday. Just to get serious a second, sorry to. The fact is, right, let's put it this way. How would you feel if in 20, 30, 40 years time, however old you are watching this video, you're 60 and you're starting to get all these sort of health problems, you're getting joint problems, you're getting lower back pain, and you start having to get your blood checked, signs of diabetes and stuff, you don't start sorting yourself out, your energy's low, you go through the menopause, which weight contributes to and makes the process worse, and then being told, oh, by the way, you're gonna die 12 years sooner. Does that mean that doctor is body shaming? Of course not. We're not. No one's body shaming. We're just simply pointing out statistics. You see, I've got no problem with people who are overweight. If that's your choice, that's okay. That's fine. It's when you start putting it onto other people and saying that it's bad for talking about statistics. when it comes to people who are overweight, or it's all about body acceptance. Eat however you want, and however you turn out, that's how you turn out, and love yourself for yourself. I believe in loving yourself for who you are, but I don't believe in promoting bad, unhealthy lifestyle choices. So guys, do you agree with this video? If so, post a comment below. I love getting discussions going. I love seeing other people's opinions. Like this video, dislike this video, do whatever you want with it, but it'd be good if we could get a few little shares on it, because I feel that this type of stuff needs to be spread, and there needs to be more people talking about this stuff and being brave enough to address it. So if you do like this content, make sure you subscribe. Weekly videos. Guys, signing out. See you on the next one. Hey.